everybody. Welcome back. I know in the last one I said I was going to go over the countertop also, but I got interrupted, so I didn't quite get to that. So next is your countertop. So I'm going to go over the countertop and then we will go from there. So if you look on your countertops, first one I have, these are your options that you choose from, is, and this is just going to be your countertop for your bathroom. Just the bathroom vanity part. So first available is concrete. It's a little different, but there's pros and cons on here. It's really durable. There's a little like maintenance if you're using it for kitchens, but not as much. And it's important that it's sealed correctly. It shouldn't look like be smooth. It shouldn't look like a sidewalk, if that makes sense. Cost can be fairly inexpensive to a little quite pricey. It depends on what you're getting and what you're going through. Granite is super popular. It's expensive, but some of them are cheaper and some really expensive. It really depends on what you're picking out. And you can go to like these huge granite stores that have these giant slabs like in this upper right hand corner, and you can pick out like your actual slab, which is really cool because they're all different because it's actually like a natural stone. But you can get usually a lifetime sealant now. It's something to check into. Reusing sometimes is necessary. Cost is $100 to $200 per square foot usually. You can go outside of that. But they can look really cool, have all different looks to them. We have quartz. Quartz is an engineered stone. So it's like, appears to be natural stone, but it's not. And a lot of times they can have all kinds of different looks. Like they have ones that look like marble, and they have ones that look like more of a granite, a different type of granite. They have some that are just more smooth. They can look like all kinds of different things. This is more expensive, but it's really, it doesn't like stain or etch like a granite can. And it can have so many different looks, and it's just a really cool product. So a lot of people choose quartz. Very durable. Marble is heat resistant. It's softer than granite and quartz and can chip and scratch easily. And it can also stain easily. It's beautiful. You can see in pictures, and it comes in different variations. It's a natural stone. It's marble. It does need to be sealed every few years to prevent this. Costs $80 to $250 per linear foot. I think it's probably more than $80 now. So it's usually a more expensive option. They're gorgeous. If you want a marble look, though, you can get quartz in a marble look, and it holds up better. It's not as soft, not going to scratch. But it depends on your location if that's an issue or not. Soapstone is a really cool product. This actually, a lot of times you have them on your like science tables. That's soapstone, but there can be different looks that go with them. It's a natural rock, and each piece is unique also. No sealants needed. Heat doesn't damage it, doesn't stain. It can scratch easily, but it's actually pretty easy to sand it down and fix it. To maintain an even look, you just wipe it with mineral oil every once in a while. And it's a less expensive option, can have a really cool look to it. Plastic laminates, this is one that's really affordable and really common. So there's all kinds of different patterns. They can look like metal and granite and marble and wood. They can have textures, smooth or grainy or shiny or matte. And a lot of them, you can find these high density ones or high definition ones. I forget what they call them, but they look more realistic like granite than the old ones used to. It will scratch and chip easily, and you can't really repair it because underneath is just like a particle board. And heat will leave marks on the counter, so you can absolutely not put anything hot, like really hot on it, like from the stove. But super inexpensive option, a great way to update something and it not be cost very much. Solid surface. Solid surface is just a synthetic blend of like minerals and acrylic. It's practical, inexpensive. Sometimes it can be pretty expensive every once in a while also. It depends on what you're doing. Can you nearly have any layout without any seams? Like even a gigantic island, you wouldn't have to have seams, whereas everything else you pretty much do. But this is just molded exactly for your product. Sinks can also be part of the countertop. Damaged sections are repairable. It's not heat resistant. Scratches can happen, but they can usually be rubbed out or put a matching filler in. So they can be a good option too. So 90 to 150. They can actually be more than 150 now though, with newer ones, depending on your style. Stainless steel is another option. This is what you would have in most of the, what do you call it? Most commercial kitchens, but it gives an industrial look. So if you're going for an industrial look, this is like the best bet. It's one of the hardest materials around, but it does scratch. It doesn't usually like gouge or dent though. It is heat proof, which is nice, completely waterproof. Little to no maintenance, but it will show like watermarks and fingerprints, so it needs to be wiped down a lot. It'll also dull metal mice, you still shouldn't cut on them. And 85 to 150, so it's just a different option. Glass is another option. Glass countertops can be made in almost any shape. They can be smooth, unclear, or textured, etched, sandblasted, groove, pattern, anything. They're stain proof and they don't have any seams on them also. They will scratch, so you should not use them as cutting boards, and they would dull your cutting boards anyway. Textured glass will help hide the scratches. So textured glass helps hide the scratches. They're challenged to keep clean and free of fingerprints, especially if they're not etched or like frosted or something. So I don't recommend just totally clear glass countertops. I think they're a nightmare with water spots and fingerprints. However, like more of like this top right that has more texture and it's more frosted, that's a much better bet. Also the one kind of towards the bottom, you can't see because I'm there, but the one towards the bottom there, that one's a really nice option too. And they're usually not super expensive. Depends on what you get. Butcher block, this is a really common top. It's just a bunch of strips of wood that are all bonded together. And this can be a really nice, inexpensive way to add some really good warmth to your kitchen. And there's so many stain options, different types of wood that's used, sometimes even bamboo, which is a plant. You need to usually just treat with mineral oil for maintenance regularly. Can get water damage, so you do have to watch out for that. Can scratch or dent easily, but you can sand it and fix it. But they can look really cool, and usually they're not super expensive. Others, you can do porcelain, like slabs of porcelain. It's heat and scratch resistant, can be stronger than granite, no sealing required, and 60 to 100 per square foot. It depends on what type you're getting. But that's porcelain slabs are going to be more than that 100. Tile, there's lots. You could do like different porcelain tile or ceramic tile. I'm not a fan of this. But some people like it, but you have the grout lines in between, and that's what I don't prefer. Like, I just don't like it for safety and sanitation. It's harder to clean. But it's a more inexpensive option. Other ones, there's lava stone. It's super cool. It's resistant to stains, scratches, and heat. Very low maintenance. Everything's unique, but it's super expensive. Like, ridiculously expensive, but really neat. Resin is another option that's cheaper. Many styles and color options, heat, scratch, and impact resistant, and it's usually not quite as expensive, but it can still be. There's eco-friendly options too, so recycled glass, recycled paper, which you have to like seal really well, and then reclaimed wood from like old barns. And that's your options. So when you're doing this though, you got to find ones for sale. So like I'm going to click on, again, you can go to crazy places. Like I could look up lava stone for sale and see if I can find anything. Like this says Etsy. Okay, I need to lava stone countertops because I'm getting jewelry. Let's see if I can find something. Right here, this looks like maybe it's for sale. So I can look at sustainable stone, bare lava, high-end finishes and textures. So this might be in the site, like if I wanted this, go to shop. So maybe I click on, it says bathroom. So I could click on bathroom and maybe this would get me to the options that I want. Okay, you're not having a budget for this, so feel free to go crazy. Oh, this looks like it's just giving me the sinks. Bummer. Okay, maybe it doesn't have other stuff. I don't know. But you can look. If you're wanting to, I don't want to spend much time on here, but if I wanted to do Home Depot, I do countertops. So feel free. There's many other places you can go for countertops. But I can shop different types. So here's butcher block laminate, post form laminate. So it's all in one, not the like backsplash thing there. Laminate sheet, solid surface, thin scape. I don't know why it's giving me that there should be way more options on here. Oh, they're right on the side. So it's like all engineered composite quartz. So like if I say I want quartz, see what I get, then I'm going to, I can like look at all of these. Oh, Cambria quartz countertops. I'm going to check those out. Oh, these are all kind of the options for Cambria. Cambria is just a brand name for quartz, a quartz countertop. It's just a type of brand. So if I'm like, ooh, I really like this one or this one, I can pick. Okay, and sometimes it helps to see what it looks like with this, but I would click on it, and then I would, if this is the one I want, I'm going to copy and paste, or save as. Looks like I got to save it as, and I'll just save it in my downloads. And then I go back to my assignment, I insert, and go up to insert picture, go to image, upload from computer, and then I just have to find it in my downloads, which it should be in here somewhere, and I'm not seeing it. Weird. That's so odd. Okay. Either way, though, you're just going to go, click all files. That maybe was my problem. I should... Weird. Okay, so I can't get that to work, but what I'm going to do is do a screenshot. Remember, I have instructions on how to do that on yours. Mine looks a little different. I can't show you on here, but I can just make a little, what to do? It won't let me with the screen. So I do a little screenshot of that, but because I have this on, it won't let me. And then put it there, copy and paste your countertop material information, and then I would just copy and paste the link from my website and put it on there. And then that's your countertop. Okay, so that's this piece. I will do cabinets and bath fixtures on a separate one. Have a great day.